Good morning. Happy Friday. It is Science Olympiad Friday for me today. So I'm wearing one of my Science Olympiad shirts. I have to go and coach some chemistry today. Well, actually forensics. It's really interesting. I've been doing this for a while, as many of you who've been around here for some time know, and taking on a new event this year. So I've been learning a lot alongside the kids. And I tell you, it's very intriguing, this world of forensics. But good morning, I'm Romelia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Friday, grab your coffee. There's a lot to cover this morning because we have a really big BOGO and three of my favorites. I know I say that all the time, you guys, but I need you to understand something, is that they really are my favorites. That's what I really love about this box, is that it has so many of the staples that a lot of people use. Definitely with that On Guard and Breathe. If you missed out on that, I am so sorry that you did. You can try to get the box to get that BOGO, but I don't know. Yesterday, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, there were less than 20% of the inventory. So, you know, it's Friday, so maybe somebody's decided that it was time to go and grab their box. So, but seriously, though, the three for today, they provide such amazing emotional support. I absolutely love it. I think I shared with you that Black Spruce has become one of my favorite emotional support oils. So let me do this and then hide this. And I better check to make sure that I am not muted. Let me double check over here on my phone, because you know I've been having those issues, right? Let me double check over here. I'm good. So today's BOGO. Today, happy Friday to you. It's buy one get two for free. So this was so great when we saw the reveal of the box, and I saw that Black Spruce in there and that Copaiba. I mean, seriously, Copaiba, On Guard, and Breathe, the most beautiful powerhouse of essential oils that you can have to carry you through the cold months. And then to add Black Spruce to this, oh my gosh, it's very exciting. Let me move this over here. I'm actually going to, yeah, there we go. So the first one that's up is you're actually buying Roman Chamomile. This one is a pretty special oil, pardon me. The plant itself grows very close to the ground. It only reaches about a foot off the ground in height. And the flowers, they resemble daisies, but they have a smell of apple. Now, I will tell you, when I open my bottle of Roman Chamomile, there is a sweetness to it, but I don't smell a fruity sweetness. I smell more of a floral sweetness to it. And I'm not one to really gravitate to florals, but I'll share with you here in just a bit how I like to use this Roman Chamomile. It's nicknamed the plant's physician because wherever it grows, it influences the plants around them to grow in abundance too. We source Roman Chamomile from the United States and the United Kingdom, and it is an essential oil that is steam distilled from the flowers. Now, the flowers itself, the plant itself, has a small window of a time where they can harvest the flowers and steam distill them. Now, keep in mind, we talked about steam distilling florals. It is a very tedious process and very labor intensive, so it's resource heavy, right? So that's why we got it in this little bitty bottle of this essential oil, but it's so worth it. But I think the growing window, the harvesting window is like from June to September. So that, they got to grab them. They got to dry them. If they're going to use them for tea, they're going to have to steam distill them, within hours after being picked, so that we can get a really high quality essential oil from it. It is very soothing to the body systems. I love how it treats my skin. I've talked about my issues with the sensitive skin on my face. And Roman Chamomile is one of those oils that can just really help me with the redness the irritation, and just that whole sensitivity to there. This is packed with 3 amazing chemical constituents that assist or promote that relaxing and calming property of Roman chamomile. That very first one that you see there, that 4-methyl amyl So this is really specific to Roman chamomile, and there's like maybe 3 or 4 essential oils that may have small concentrations of this chemical constituent. This is very relaxing, very soothing, very balancing. Taking this essential oil internally really helps to just calm your nervous system, calm your digestive system. So there's a lot of research that shows how it's protecting the body from environmental threats. And I don't just mean like something that's going to irritate your skin, something that's going to irritate your airways, something that's going to irritate your digestive system, your immune system. You know, so keep that in mind when you're looking at environmental threats. This supports you in a whole gamut, protects you in a whole gamut. And then you have isobutyl angelate in there. It's just another type of that chemical constituent in there. So it's working in a different manner, really looking more towards supporting our cardiovascular system, our immune system, basically the nervous system underneath all those. So it's helping to calm the nervous system so that our immune system doesn't, react crazily, or our digestive system, if that's what's causing our issues, not so much as something we ate, but the nervousness around there. Roman chamomile is an awesome oil to use for that. And then the other one, which is not very common in a lot of essential oils either, but it really promotes Roman chamomile's ability to help you relax during times of anxiousness or discomfort. And there's research that shows that isomiltiglate really helps with that whole emotional piece of feeling anxious, feeling stressed out, feeling a lot of tension, feeling a lot of overwhelm. So the best way to get support from this essential oil if you're feeling stressed out, if you're feeling a lot of tension and just the weight of the world is on your shoulder, take a couple of drops of this in a veggie capsule. Or you can add it to your herbal tea. If you're a tea drinker, it just provides amazing soothing support for your body that way. My number one way of using Roman chamomile is to add it to my facial serum. I've been making this facial serum for years now, because I tried products and they dry out my skin or they cause it to break out. So I've just experimented for quite a long time with something that wouldn't trigger that type of response for my facial skin. So I have my own little serum that I made, and it's actually in an empty yarrow palm bottle, because yarrow palm is in there, and I do add Roman chamomile to it for that reason. It's just so soothing to the skin, and it really supports it. You can use this at nighttime if you're having trouble sleeping, and if your cause for lack of sleep or trouble falling asleep deals with something internal, not just so much as shutting your brain down, but maybe you can't shut down your digestive system, or maybe you're feeling a little crampy in your body that's really causing you to feel like you can't get a good night's rest. The Roman chamomile is going to work internally to calm your system, soothing your anger or irritability. If you're feeling really overwhelmed because somebody just crossed a line with you, all you have to do, my friends, is just open up this bottle and take a whiff. Put a little bit on your palms, inhale it from your palms, put it on your neck. It's so grounding, and it just like immediately stops whatever it is that you're feeling. And I don't find the aroma of this offensive. I'm not a floral person, so I don't find this offensive. It's not really, I don't smell a whole lot of that. There's a sweetness undertone to that, and I'm sure that comes from that 4-methyl group in there. But anyway, do that, and you'll find that whatever you're experiencing is not going to feel so escalated or so blown out of proportion. So carry that with you. You can even make yourself a little roller ball of this, or you can put a roller top on it if it's an oil that you really gravitate to for that reason. You can apply it over your chest whenever you're feeling incredibly overwhelmed. But really, my number one, actually my number two ways that I use it, again, is in my facial serum. And then I do like to put a drop of this in an herbal tea at night. Sometimes when I've had a really rough day, I'll add a drop of Roman chamomile along with lavender, and it just really helps to soothe my system and really start getting me into that place of rest that we definitely need. And it smells wonderful in the diffuser. So I'm really happy about this one, because if you buy Roman chamomile, one of the oils you're going to get for free is black spruce. Now, this has a beautiful sourcing story behind it. It is, you know, it's been used by Native Americans as part of their healing and spiritual practices, you know, for cleansing. This is harvested from the boreal forest in Canada. And the beautiful story behind it is that this is how you make beautiful things out of terrible situations. All right, so this forest, these black spruce trees, there's a logging industry up there. And the timber is used either to make paper, to make chopsticks. Very little of it actually goes into the timber, because it's a really small trunk. It's not one of those big, robust kind of evergreen trees that are chopped down. So the beautiful thing about this is once they scrape the branches and the leaves off the trunk of the tree that they're going to use for whatever purpose, that mess, that leftover stuff that is not wanted, that's what is used to make our black spruce essential oils. And even more beautifully is the whole system of distilling this oil that is used. They have a power plant right next to the distillery. So, you know, the power plant's already doing its own thing. It's taking whatever debris is left on the ground and using it for fuel. Well, whatever steam is produced as an offshoot of that, it's funneled into the distillery part of the plant. Well, it's a separate facility, I should say. It's funneled into the distillery, and the steam is used to extract the essential oil. And then whatever is left over from, you know, extracting the essential oils, that pulpy mush, the leftover stuff that is not going to be put into our bottles, that gets funneled back to the power plant to be used as an energy source. And it's a closed system. This has a net zero environmental impact. So I just love how thoughtful, you know, it is to distill this oil. And I like I said, co-impact sourcing is the reason I'm here with doTERRA. Yeah, the oils changed our life, but you know, I couldn't stand behind somebody that was, you know, doing business in an unethical manner. So I just absolutely love this sourcing story. I will post a link to that video in our Facebook group. And if you watch this later on YouTube, I'll have it there so that you can watch how beautiful, you know, it is to care for our planet in this manner. I absolutely love it. So the main chemical constituent in black spruce is bornyl acetate. And this is what promotes that calmness, that grounding feeling that you get whenever you inhale this oil. This one right here has become my emotional support oil. Now, I remember I shared with you that, you know, during the overwhelm of the chaos of the world, Magnolia was my first reach for emotional support. It just really helped me deal with the loss, with the negative energy that was out there, you know, with just the overwhelm and the heaviness of the world, basically. So it happens when you're an empath, you just absorb other people's energy and the energy of the situation. I've had to work on that. Anyway, so Magnolia was my reach, and which was surprising because it's a floral, but it provided so much support for me. I went through a transition and there was a shift, and it was no longer my first reach. And I was just really checking in with myself to see what was going on. And black spruce was the one that I just gravitated to. I use my oils, especially for emotional support, very intuitively. And so it was just, you know, opening bottles and smelling. And then when I got to this little bottle and I opened it up and I inhaled its aroma, I immediately felt what I needed. So since then, this little bottle has become that powerful support for me. And it is due to that bornyl acetate component in here. That's what promotes that calmness, that relaxation. There's also some alpha pinene in here, and we learned about that with things like frankincense and copaiba. Well, I don't know if copaiba has any of that, but definitely frankincense, and it's an antioxidant support. So, you know, if you're feeling some kind of, if you're irritated on your skin or your digestive system, this is the chemical constituent that's really going to help you with that. The respiratory system, very supportive. You know, it's great to put in your diffuser if you're feeling a little funky from the elements. If you have a cough, add it to your diffuser. If you're feeling a little congested, add it to your diffuser. It has amazing respiratory support. And then the last piece that's in here in a very small amount is camphene, but it too provides this antioxidant support, working more on the healthy inflammatory response. So it's a beautiful oil. There's a lot of power packed into this little bottle, and I can't even begin to describe the aroma. Yes, it has a woody, furry, evergreen aroma to it, but there's like at the very back of my throat, I swear I smell black pepper. I don't know if that's, if you know, that's the case or not for many people, but I swear that's what I smell. So there's, this is not one to be used internally. This is definitely for aromatic and topical use. Again, my number one way of using this is like I'm doing right now. If I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, I just open my bottle, inhale it, put a drop or two in my hands, and then inhale it again. Oh, and it just smells, I just immediately feel it. So it's so soothing to the senses. And never let any oil go to waste. The funny thing about this is that this is also great for skin irritation. Now, I like to use Siberian fir in my facial serum, but when I'm, you know, I think black spruce would make a very good either substitution for that or an accompaniment to that. I haven't yet put this in my facial serum. I think it's a really good idea to try it for the next time. I still have some that I made, and I'll definitely be adding to this to see if it, you know, if it enhances anything that I'm doing already. But it is great for that skin, in any kind of skin information. And I do believe that comes from the alpha pinene. So just, you know, I love this oil. I love this oil for emotional support. I've been using it now for that purpose. Oh, I think since the beginning of summer. And I just absolutely love it. I think you will too. Maybe it was in the spring. I don't remember. I've been using it for so many months. All right. So the other oil that you get for free today, you know, when you buy your rum and chamomile, is Copaiba. So we've learned a lot already about Copaiba because it's one of those powerhouse oils that you can use for just about anything. You know, there's been a saying in the essential oil world that when in doubt, for whatever it is that you're dealing with, when in doubt, pull your Frank out, right? But really, it's either Frank or Copaiba, because both of them are going to support you in so many different ways. This particular essential oil is derived from the resin of the Copaiba tree from Brazil. So the way that it is extracted, the resin, it's tapped like maple syrup. So it takes some time, and there is a sustainable effort in place to make sure that this oil is not being over harvested. And it takes, you know, it takes some precision. It takes knowing the trees. So we work with local harvesters and distillers in the area so that we can protect the source. And the thing about doTERRA that I need you guys to understand is that we work with these farmers, and we have sole, you know, we have sole proprietorship with them. They don't contract with anybody else because nobody else, you know, honors what they do and works with them in an ethical manner, or even cares about what's going on in their community. So it's so much more than just going in and buying an oil. It's really working with the communities. And again, that's what I love. So it's been used for centuries by South Americans. There's some historical evidence that shows that the first settlers were writing about how the indigenous folks that they encountered in that area were using this resin from the tree to anoint their newborns and to anoint their warriors coming back from battle. So it's a very diverse you can use this in a lot of diverse ways, in a lot of myriad of ways, because of just its chemical component. That beta caryophyllene is pretty powerful. And the really neat thing about this is that it has a unique ability to enhance the absorption of other oils that you're using whenever you're applying it topically. So if you have a roller ball that you use for sleep or for pain or for digestion, respiratory, whatever your roller ball may be, add a couple of drops of Copaiba to it so it can enhance the absorption of those oils, and which means it's going to enhance the efficacy of them. So the number one constituent in this is beta caryophyllene. Amazing research regarding this particular oil. It has a lot of strong antioxidant properties. It works at the cellular level to promote healthy cellular function. It works with our endocannabinoid system, and that system is one that has receptors all over our body to support all of our body systems. And Copaiba just gravitates to that system. It attaches to those receptors, so therefore it can just help with all of our body systems. Let's see, bergamotine, that's another antioxidant support, and copain is also another antioxidant support. So again, just because you're seeing those two words apply to two different chemical constituents, it doesn't mean that they work the same. They're supporting the system in many different ways. But that beta caryophyllene, you guys, if you can just go do a search on Google for clinical studies on it, for scientific research on it, you'll just be amazed of all the things this can do for our support system. I mean, for all of our body systems. So this one is safe to take internally. You can use it topically, and you can also use it aromatically. I remember that one dreadful day in January when the world just kind of, my foundation was shook as well as everybody else's. This went immediately into my diffuser, and this along with some other with adaptive and the diffuser just really helped calm my family down, and it was almost immediate. So one way to use it is just to put a couple of drops, 1 to 3 drops underneath your tongue. It's just going to give you that grounding effect that you need, that calming effect. It's going to put your nervous system it's going to remove it from hyperdrive, right? Internally really is a wonderful way, if not the best way, to use this oil. And that's our number one way of using it. This too is also in my facial serum because there's a lot of research that shows how it supports the skin tissue, and it's just really calming. And you'll find Copaiba in a lot of personal care products that deal with anti-aging, that deal with skin health, or anything very specific, or wound care, because of its ability to really support the skin. You can, again, you can diffuse this. It's very calming. I personally don't mind the taste of this. And it smells like, it definitely smells like a tree. But it's just so yummy, you guys, and it's just a really great way to start your day. So, like I mentioned before, yesterday afternoon, there was less than 20% of these oils in the box. Now, if you've gotten to the point on Friday that you're thinking that you really missed out on, getting your Cassia, your Wild Orange, that free bottle in Northern Escape, you can go ahead and give it a try to see if you can still grab the box. I haven't really been keeping track this morning. It's a Science Olympiad morning, so that's really where my head is right now. But I just love this. Absolutely, absolutely love this. Oh, is there something missing there? Ooh, there is. You know what's missing from there is the deep blue stick. You're going to get that there. Oh, whoa, did you see that just pop up? That was weird. That was weird. You know, my computer updated this morning, and every time it does that, I swear I get some crappy working computer for the next 24 to 48 hours. I don't understand that. Anyway, so you can give it a try, see if it's there. If not, definitely grab today's BOGO if you know you need some help with sleep, you need some help with stress, you need some emotional support. I mean, who doesn't need emotional support these days? It's a 140 wholesale. You can get it with your wholesale account. If you don't have one already, you can use that link down there to get it at wholesale and with a free membership. And if you thought about this, you bought a box earlier in the week and you're thinking like, maybe, man, I'm going to need another one of those, you can still grab up to 5 with your account. And then for those of you that are new, you can either get the box or you can get a starter kit. See, it disappeared right there. And then add today's BOGO to it, which is a really fantastic one. You're buying one oil and getting 2 for free. Or you can just get a membership in today's BOGO. So with the box and any one of our starter kits, you're going to get a free membership for a whole year. That means you get 25% off of whatever it is that you order, which really is lovely, especially during those 2-3 times a year when doTERRA does this BOGO thing, because you're getting a whole lot for a little. And we all need to save money these days, right? So again, with the BOGO box, if I haven't reached out to you already, for those of you that have purchased one, reach out to me. I'm trying to do my best to stay on task with this so that we know who we need to send a wild orange to, if that's what you want, or one of the other oils. All right, so tomorrow's our last daily chat. It's the last day of our BOGO, and it's going to be my second favorite. This one right here is my third favorite BOGO. My first one was definitely on Garden Brie, you know, with the cold months on us now, and knowing what my family just went through a couple of weeks ago, I really want to just avoid that at all costs. And I want to make sure that I have the tools close by to help us when we need it most. So let me stop my share and get over here, and just to show you again, buy Roman Chamomile and get Copaiba and Black Spruce for free. It's a really beautiful deal. I mean, you're going to get these 3 oils for $48. How beautiful is that, right? So thank you for joining, Clara. Do you have any questions? You could either unmute yourself and ask, or you can put them in the chat. Either one.
I'll call you another time.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
Stay safe out there.
You
Bundle up. It's cold. I was already out there. I don't like it. All right, you guys, you have a fantastic Friday. Even though it's cold, get out and move something. We all need sunshine, especially when, you know, we're limited by the number of hours of light we have outdoors. And it's good for you. It helps with your emotional health. All right. So anyway, you guys have a fantastic Friday. We'll be seeing you. Peace.